our class, okay? Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. All of you have your 7 items, 7 things with you. You have your siwak. What else you have? Are you in your wudu? Do you have nice smells? Right? You have duban bohor. You have nice air freshener or atar. You all have everything. And then covering your aura. Right? Be respectful on the chat, inshallah. Facing the qibla, and have a notebook. Right? A notebook to write notes. So you remember the stories. You won't forget the stories. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Can I see what everybody got today? What do you all get today? Out of 7. What do you all get today out of 7? What if 5 out of 7? 7, mashallah. 7 out of 7. Well done. Anybody else? Anybody else? 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7. Sama. What happened to everybody else? Okay, sama. What else do you all get? What out of 7? Okay, mashallah. Okay, let us start our dua, okay? We will see what, okay? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma bayyid bihi asnani wa shudda bihi lithati wa sabbit bihi lihati wa asih bihi lisani wa athibni alayhi wa barik li fihi ya rabbal alamin. Amin. With your tongue. Okay, come we do our salawat for Atar, okay? اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد الطيب المطيب الحبيب المقرب وعلى آله وصحبه وبلغنا بجاهه كل مقصود ومطلب. Okay, let's shout dua. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نويت تعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير والنفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على التمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم ودعاء إلى الهدى ودلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى مع لطف وعافية برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. آمين. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. اللهم إنا نسألك علم لدني ومشرب الصافي الهاني يا وهاب يا غني. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. كيف الفاتحة؟ Okay. Okay, kami doa la ilaha illallah for Zulhijjah, okay? لا إله إلا الله عرى الليالي والدهور لا إله إلا الله عرى الأيام والشهور لا إله إلا الله عرى أمواج البحور لا إله إلا الله عرى أضعاف الأجور لا إله إلا الله عرى قطر المطر لا إله إلا الله عرى أوراق الشجر لا إله إلا الله على الشعر والوبر لا إله إلا الله، عدد الرمل والحجر. لا إله إلا الله، عدد الزهر والثمر. لا إله إلا الله، عدد أنفاس البشر. لا إله إلا الله، عدد ذنوبنا حتى تغفر. لا إله إلا الله، عدد لمح العيون. لا إله إلا الله، عدد ما كان وما يكون. لا إله إلا الله، تعالى عما يشركون. لا إله إلا الله، خير مما يجمعون. لا إله إلا الله، في الليل إذا عسعس. لا إله إلا الله، في الصبح إذا تنفس. لا إله إلا الله، على الرياح في البراري والسحور. لا إله إلا الله، من يومنا هذا إلى يوم ينفخ في السور. لا إله إلا الله، عدد خلقه أجمعين. لا إله إلا الله، من يومنا هذا إلى يوم الدين. لا إله إلا الله، وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت بيدك الخير وعلى كل شيء قدير. في كل لحظة أبدا، عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد، ما اتصلت العيون بالنظر وتزخرفت الأرضون بالمطر وحج حاج واعتمر ولبى وحلق ونحر وطاف بالبيت العتيق وقبل الحجر وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد، ما اتصلت العيون بالنظر وتزخرفت الأرضون بالمطر وحج حاج واعتمر ولبى وحق والنحر وطاف بالبيت العتيق وقبل الحجر وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد، ما تصل العيون بالنظر وتزخرفت الأراضون بالمطر وحج حاج واعتمر ولبى وحلق والنحر وطاف بالبيت العتيق وقبل الحجر وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد، ما تصل العيون بالنظر وتزخرفت الأرضون بالمطر وحج حاج واعتمر ولبى وحلق ونحر وطاف بالبيت العتيق وقبل الحجر وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. في كل لحظة أبدا، عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. Okay, let us do the hadith. We are on hadith number 11. Okay, let's do the hadith together, okay? Come, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, you ready? Read the hadith together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Okay, again. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Third time. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: ثلاثة لا ترفع صلاتهم فوق رؤوسهم شبرا رجل أما قوما وهم له كارهون وامرأة باتت وزوجها عليها ساخط وأخوان متصارمان. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Let's read the English, okay? Okay. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, there are three types of people whose prayer does not rise above their heads even a handspan. What does it mean? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what does it mean? When his prayer does not rise above their heads, even a handspan. What does that mean? That means their prayers are not, you can give me the answer. Their prayers are not what by Allah? Their prayers are not accepted. Correct. Very well done. Their prayers are not accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you know what? It's not just their prayers, you know. It is all of their good actions. All of it. Not just prayers. All of their good actions are not accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if they are fasting, it's not accepted. If they give out charity in sadaqah, it's not accepted. If they give zakat, it's not accepted. If they read the Quran, it's not accepted. Right? If they help other people, it's not accepted. Nothing that they do is accepted. Nothing that they do is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's recorded, right? It's written down, right? But not accepted until they make things right. Until they make things right. Okay. And then it can all be accepted. Who is the first person, Ya Rasulullah? Who are they? So we can try our best not to be these people. All right, try our best not to be these people. The first person, Nabi Muhammad SAW said, is a man who leads other people. It could be in prayer or it could be in other things, right? A man who is a leader, but the people do not like him because he's not a good leader, or he's an unfair leader, or he is a bully over other people, or he is arrogant with other people. Nobody likes him, but he forces himself to be their leader. He makes them make him their leader, forces them. A woman who goes to sleep at night while her husband is angry with her. Oh, because for women, right, for wives, they must listen to their husband after Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah, even their korban are accepted. Everything, nothing that they do is accepted if they are one of these three people. Nothing that they do is accepted. So this one, second one is a woman, a wife, who makes her husband angry for some reason, and then she goes to bed, and the husband is not happy with her. So it's not because of something that is that is her right. No, it's something that is his right. So he told her to do something, and she didn't, or she went against him, and he becomes angry with her, and then she doesn't care. She goes to bed. That's why must always be, and for children, if you're not wives, right, or children, right, must always make sure every single night when you go to bed, make sure your parents are happy with you. Okay, don't go to bed with your parents upset with you. Okay, every single night you go to your parents before you go to bed. You say good night, assalamu alaikum to them, right? And then you say, please forgive me for any wrong I did today against you. Okay, every single night. Okay, write down this. Write down very important note. Write down every single night must ask parents for forgiveness. Okay, every single night must ask parents for forgiveness. Okay, every single night. Ask parents for forgiveness. And ask them, are you happy with me? Okay, and you get your parents to rida every single night, and you will sleep very well, inshallah. And inshallah, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam can even come to you in your dreams, okay? Because your parents are happy with you. Okay, so every single night, ask for your parents' forgiveness and ask them, are you happy with me? Are you happy with what I'm doing, what I did today? Are you happy? And then if your parents are happy with you, inshallah, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is also happy with you. And inshallah, when Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is happy with you, Allah is happy with you. MashaAllah. The last person, oh, this is the one where a lot of people might be guilty. Oh no, two brothers or two sisters or two siblings or two Muslims, might not even be siblings, but just Muslims who have cut of each other. That means they're not talking. They don't want to talk to each other because they're angry with each other. So these kind of people, and that was our story yesterday, which we haven't finished. Correct? Which we haven't finished. Okay. Um, if your parents are angry and your parents force you to sleep, say sorry. Okay. Say sorry. Just say sorry. Okay. Okay, Maimuna. Just say sorry to your parents. If they're angry with you, they say, go to your room. And they're angry with you, right? Go to your room. And you say, I'm sorry, Ma. I'm sorry, Abba. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I will go to my room. But please forgive me. I'm very sorry. Okay? Still ask for forgiveness. Inshallah, they will forgive you. Parents love their children very much. When you ask them to forgive you, usually they will forgive you. They will forgive you. Uh, okay. Okay. The story is this one, right? Yesterday's story. The story about the old man, right? Whereby this is a recap. Okay, this man asked him to keep money for him, right? And this man went to travel. And then when the man was away, the old man passed away. And after the old man passed away, the traveler came back. And the traveler asked for his money. And the son has no idea where's the money. So they know where to find the money. They went to a sheikh to ask the sheikh, how do we know where's the money? And the sheikh said, your father's a good person. Like his soul is around the Kaaba. Go to the Kaaba, dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? And when you fall asleep, you will see your father in your dreams. He will come to you and you can ask him where's the money. The man went to the Kaaba and he did what the sheikh did, and there was nobody, right, who came to him. So he went back to the sheikh, oh sheikh, I went to the Kaaba, I did what you say, and my father didn't come to me. And then the sheikh said, oh no, that means your father is not in paradise. Your father is in the hellfire. Say, what? In the hellfire? And the sheikh said, there's another place you can go. You make dua. If he's in the hellfire, you can find him there. You make dua, and Allah will let him come to you in your dreams. So the son went there, and true enough, he made dua, Ya Allah, I need to meet my father. I must ask him something. And true enough, in his dreams, his father came to him. And the father was in a terrible state. He was chained up, right? He was all burnt. His clothes were tattered and torn, right? Everything. It was a terrible, 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 terrible state. The father. And then he asked the father, where's the money? And the father told him, right? Where the father kept the money. Then he asked the father, why are you like this? What happened to you? I know you're a good person. How come you're being punished in the hellfire? You did so many good deeds. I saw you. I saw you praying. I saw you fasting. You're giving sadaqah. Right? You're doing so many good things, father. And the father said, yes, I did so many good things, but all of it is just hanging, dangling above me. All of it is not accepted. All his good deeds are dangling and just above his head, not going up to paradise. Why? Because I have a cousin that we fought years ago. I fought with her years ago. And she's not talking to me, and I'm not talking to her. Right? And she's still angry with me until now. And because of this cousin, none of what I did for all these years is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because akhawan mutasariman, right? Two brothers or two sisters or two Muslims, that is cousin, right? Two Muslims who are fighting. They are fighting and they are not talking to each other. So the father said, oh my son, can you please look for her, right? And ask her to forgive me, okay, my son? Please, please. Please look for her and ask her to forgive me. If not, I will be punished like this. Okay. So the son woke up, right? And straight away he went to his house. He dug up the place the father said, took out the money and gave it back to the traveler. Then now he has something else to do. He has a big task to do, right? He set off on a journey. He set off on a journey. He set off on a journey, right, to look for his father's cousin. And he walked and he walked and he walked, and finally he came to a house where the father described, my cousin lives in this place. It is quite far from here, right? But you can find her there. Okay. So the son searched and searched and searched. And he finally found the house that the father described. And the father said, my cousin is over there. You need to go and see her, okay? Go and see her. So the son found the house eventually, right? And he knocked the door. He knocked the door. So when he knocked the door, an old woman who was bent over, she answered the door and she opened the door. This is the son, right? And he knocked the door, right? And an old woman answered the door. So the son said, Assalamu alaikum. And she said, Wa alaikum assalam. Young man, who are you? Because you know what, even though is his father's cousin, and even though she is even though she is his father's cousin, she has never seen him too, right? Because the father never did not speak to her since even before he was born. So he did not know about this auntie that he had. She's his auntie, right? Because father's cousin is the auntie. Right? But he himself did not know about the auntie. And she herself did not know anything about him. So he said, Assalamu alaikum. And she said, Wa alaikum assalam. Who are you, young man? And he said, I am the son of so and so. And he said his father's name. I am this person's son. And straight away her face changed. And she looked very sad. And she looked away. And she said, oh, you are this person's son. Why have you come to me? Why do you come to my house? You are my cousin's son, my cousin who stopped talking to me for many years. He's younger than me, you know. I'm older. So this old woman is older than the man's father, right? It's an older cousin. See, Rasulullah SAW always say, the younger ones must respect the older ones, right? Those who are younger must respect those who are older. And those who are older must be kind towards those who are younger. Okay, Nabi Muhammad SAW said that those who do not respect those who are older and those who are not kind to those who are younger, then they are not together with Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the rest of the Muslims, they are not together. Oh, you want to be together, right, with Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So with older people, older cousins, older uh, 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 older siblings, even older friends, you must respect them. And then with younger people, younger siblings, younger cousins, younger friends, you must be kind to them. Okay, have mercy on them and be kind to them. So the old woman said, oh, you are the son of my cousin, my younger cousin, who fought with me and did not talk to me for many years. How is my cousin? How is he? And the man said, he passed away, oh Khala, oh auntie, he passed away. My father passed away. And she said, what? What? Your father passed away? I didn't know. I didn't know my cousin passed away. Oh no. Your father passed away? Oh no, oh no. How was his janaza? How is his death? And then the boy said, oh Khala, I had a dream and I saw my father. And I saw my father is in the hellfire, Khala. And the woman said, what? Your father is in the hellfire. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. How is he in the hellfire? Oh no, oh no. Why is your father in the hellfire? And he said, it's because Allah did not accept any of his good deeds because he fought with you and he did not speak to you for so long, for so many years. He didn't speak to you. Oh Khala, please forgive my father. Please forgive my father. If you forgive my father, Allah will forgive him and Allah will accept all his good deeds, Khala. And the Khala said, of course, I will forgive him. I don't want my cousin to be in the hellfire, even though I was angry with him. I was very angry with him, right? But I don't want him to be in the hellfire. Of course, I will forgive him. I forgive him. I forgive him. I forgive him. Ya Allah, I forgive him. And the son said, Alhamdulillah. Hopefully that you forgive him sincerely from your heart, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will release him from the hellfire, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will place him in paradise. So the son went back again. The son went back again, and the son dua to Allah in his house. Now he went back to his house. He dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right, to allow him to dream of his father again. Because he wants to see, did it work? Is his father okay now? Is he okay, or is he still in the hellfire? What do you think? Is the father still okay or still in the hellfire? What do you think about where is the father right now? Is he okay or is he still in the hellfire? Let's see what you all think. In the hellfire, okay already. In paradise. So he slept and he dreamt. What did he dream? And he dreamt, and he dreamt, and he dreamt, and he dreamt that Alhamdulillah, it worked. He dreamt and he saw his father in a beautiful state, in a huge palace, and bright and shining his face. And he says, oh my son, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for helping me talk to my cousin and asking her to forgive me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed me in paradise. Alhamdulillah. And finally, all my good deeds are accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? He saw his father like that, mashallah. See the lesson of the story, right? Do not fight with other people. And when you fight with other people, make sure you say what? You say, I'm sorry. Okay, always apologize to them. If you fight with anybody, it's bright and shining, the father, oh, it's paradise. Anybody who fights with anybody, make sure that you say sorry, okay? You say sorry. And also another lesson, one more lesson from this story is every single night you forgive everyone. Okay? Every single night you forgive everybody in your life. You say, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Every single Ya Allah, I forgive everybody in my life. I don't hate anybody. I don't dislike anybody. It's like the man in Nabi Muhammad Muhammad's time. You know, the man that Nabi Muhammad saw him, and Nabi Muhammad said, this somebody is about to enter the masjid, and that person is a person of Jannah. Is somebody in Jannah? And then one man came in. The next day, Nabi Muhammad said, somebody is about to enter the masjid, and this person is a person of Jannah. And the next day, the same person came in. And the third day, Rasulullah said, a person is about to enter the masjid, and he is a man of Jannah. On the third day, the same person also entered. And one of the Sahabis said, I'm going to follow him. I want to find out what is his secret. How come Nabi Muhammad SAW guaranteed him paradise? How come he said he is in paradise? What is his secret? And the Sahabi followed him around. And the Sahabi found out that this man is a normal Muslim. He prays 5 times a day. He does some sunnah here and there. He's a normal Muslim. But every single night, before he goes to bed, he will say, Ya Allah, I forgive everybody in my life. I forgive everybody in my life. I don't hate anybody at all. I love everybody. MashaAllah, right? So every single night, he forgives everybody in his life, right? And because of that, he is in Jannah. There are 2 lessons here. One lesson is don't make other people angry and don't fight with others. Another lesson is another is forgive everybody every night. Forgive people, no matter what they have done to you. Forgive them every single night. Forgive them. Why? Because you want to go to Jannah, right? And when you forgive people, miserable. They are miserable human beings. They're miserable. They're sad people who don't forgive other people. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, so this story we have finished. Let's do which one now? Let's go to the hadith, okay? Okay, now which one do you want? The leader story or the woman who goes to sleep at night while her husband is angry with her? Somebody. So you want which one? A story about a woman or a story about but the story that I want to tell you is a good story actually, not a scary story. It's a good story, right? Or the other one, the lead. Let's see what y'all say. Number one or number two? Number one or number two? Everybody wants number two. Why y'all don't want number one? Okay, now number two. Okay, but this one is not. That is not that the woman is bad, no. The story is the woman is good. And the story happened in the time of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, come, let me show you the story, okay? This story shows how much blessing there is for a woman. Later, all of you girls, when you all grow up, you become wives, right? You become wives. Inshallah, you all get married. And you all get married. And you all will be wives. Okay. And you all get married and be wives. And then you must know how to treat your husband. Okay. Okay, can you all stop playing with the what they call this thing? I don't know what it's called. What is this called? This thing? The avatar. The avatar. All right. Stop playing with the avatar. Okay. Who is the one who's playing with the avatar? Okay, stop playing with the avatar. Okay. Don't change the animal that's there. Or disable it. Can you all disable the avatar? Right? I don't want the avatar. They're my Shura. Not my Shura, but Mariam, Hannah, and Aisha Zahara. Remove the avatar, please. Right? Because if not, on the video in the YouTube, the avatar will come out. Okay, you know what's the avatar? No, the cow. The cow that is there. Somebody put up the cow, remove it. Okay, and nobody's allowed to put on avatar, okay? Because it spoils the class. Okay, don't do that. Okay. And when you all play with the avatar, I know you're not paying attention. You're playing with all of the things on the Zoom. Okay, when I see that you're playing with something, I know you're not paying attention. Okay. And if you're not paying attention, then I don't want to tell any more classes. I don't want to tell any more stories. People are not paying attention. Correct or not? Mm. Okay, so this story happened in the time of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There was a woman, and this is her house. Okay, she's a good woman. She's a good woman. Okay, and this woman, so this story is a positive story about a woman who listened to her husband and see the barakah that came from her listening to her husband. So she lived in a house and she lived next door to her father's house. Her father lives here, their father's house. Right, father's house. Okay, the woman lives here. So one day, right, the woman's husband, draw window, okay. The woman's husband said to her, "Oh, my wife, I am going out to travel." The wife is here, okay. "Oh, my wife, I am going out to travel, right? Can you stay at home the whole time when I am out?" Right? There are people who come and send food for you, right? So you don't have to leave the house and go anywhere. You can just stay home. And she said, "Okay, husband, I will stay home, I promise." So the husband told her to stay at home and don't go anywhere, just stay at home. Right? Why did the husband say that? Because the husband likes to protect his wife, likes to protect her. Right? So he said, "Goodbye, my wife. I'm going off to travel for a while. I've arranged for people to come and send you food. Okay? Okay, so there will be people who will come and send you and our children some food, right? So you just stay at home and don't go anywhere, okay? So that you are protected since he's not around, right? For you to be protected. So the husband, Allah. So the husband went away, he went off. And the woman stayed at home and did not think so much. She was happy. She was at home, she was at home for children, and she was happy staying at home. After some time, and next door is her family, right? Her family is right next door. If she needs any help at all, she can always ask her family, right? They are living next door to her. After some time, oh, what happened? After some time, one of her family members came to her, and the family member said, oh woman, sad news, there's sad news. Our father or your father is very sick next door. He's very, very sick. And I draw a woman. Right. So somebody came to her and said that, oh woman, your father next door is very sick. Do you want to come and see him? I come and see your father. He's just next door. He's very, very sick. Very, very sick. And the woman said, what? My father is sick. Oh no, oh no. I want to go and see my father. My father is sick. I love my father very much. I love my father. And my father is sick. I must go and see him. Oh, wait, but my husband said I'm not allowed to go out of my house. My husband told me not to go out of the house, but I want to see my father. Then the other woman said, maybe ask Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because it's during his time, okay, it's in Medina, right? Ask Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maybe he say you can. Maybe he say you can go. You can go to your father's house. And then so she said, can you ask him for me? Like go to him. Ask the other woman. Go to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ask him for me. Can I go out of my house? Even though my husband said no, he said cannot go out. But I'm sure if he's here, he will say yes. I'm sure if he is here right now in the house, he will say, I can go. He will say, I can go. Right? But he's just not here. He left. He went overseas. He went to travel. So the last thing he told me was, don't go out of the house. So can I go out of the house or not? Uh, all of you children, all of you children, when you when you listen to all of these stories and you see how the woman obeys her husband, you all must think to yourself how you obey your parents. Okay, I know you all here don't have husbands and you all here don't have wives, right? But you all have parents, correct or not? You have parents. So how you see this woman obey her husband, that is how you should obey your parents. As your parents said, do not go out of the house. Okay, I'm going to go out for a while. All of you stay in. Okay, stay in the house. Do not go out. If your parents told you do not go out, or you did not ask your parents for permission to go out of your house, then don't go out of your house. Okay, stay at home. Whatever your parents say, listen. I listen to them, to what they say, like how this woman is listening to her husband. Okay, understand or not? Understand or not? Right. So you all have no husband, you all have no wife, right? But you all have parents. Correct? You have parents. So just as I said, that don't go to bed if your parents angry with you. Right? The hadith talks about husband and wife. I know, husband and wife. The wife should not sleep while the husband is angry with her. But you can also understand from this hadith, also parents and children. Don't go to bed if your parents angry with you. Ask them for forgiveness, ask them if are they happy with you, and also whatever your parents say, make sure you do it. Okay. Oh, the internet cut off. MashaAllah, internet cut off. Okay, let me go back to the story, or should we continue story tomorrow? What should we do? Continue story or continue tomorrow?
Continue the
What do you
story.
think Nabi Muhammad? Continue the story. What do you think Nabi Muhammad SAW said? Who can tell me? What do you think Nabi Muhammad SAW said to her? He said, ask
Yeah.
Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, can I just go see my father for a while? Very, very short. Very, very short. Only a few steps from my house to his house. Very fast. I'll come back. Did he say yes or no? What did Nabi Muhammad SAW say? What do
Yes.
you think? Yes, he said yes. Did he say yes? Or did he say, listen to your husband? Did he change what the husband said, or did he say, listen to your husband? What do you
Listen.
think? What do you think? He said,
Listen.
listen to your husband.
Listen.
Yo, he said that. He said to the woman, listen to your husband and stay at home. Must stay at home. Yeah, because the last thing your husband said is stay at home. Listen. But I know he will say he can. I know he will say I can go. But he's not here. He's not here to say yes, right? So listen to your husband. Okay. So she said, okay,
My husband.
labbaik, I will listen. Labbaik, I will listen to my husband. So she stayed at home. Okay, tomorrow I will continue. Okay, tomorrow I will continue the story of what happened to this woman.
No.
Allah is watching, and Allah will give her so much. Not just her, her father as well. Right, later we will see what happened to her. Okay. We'll see Allah is always very kind. Allah is very kind. Allah is very merciful. Allah knows what's going on. And when you obey your parents, when women obey their husbands, when children obey their parents, don't think Allah does not know about it, and don't think Allah has not prepared something great for them. Allah prepared a great reward. Okay, but tomorrow we'll continue. Okay, come we continue and we read our dua. Where's our dua? Our salawat. Salawat, 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 salawat. اللهم صل أفضل صلواتك على أسعد المخلوقاتك حبيب الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم عدد معلوماتك من كلماتك كلما ذكرك وذكره الذاكرون وغفل عن ذكرك وذكره الغافلون اللهم صل أفضل صلواتك على أسعد المخلوقاتك حبيب الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم عدد معلوماتك من كلماتك كلما ذكرك وذكره الذاكرون وغفل عن ذكرك وذكر الغافلون في كل لحظة أبدا عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته الفاتحة أن الله يرزقنا علما نافعا وعملا خاصا ومستعين ودلالة على الهدى ويصلي بقدر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وإلى أرواح معلمينا ومشايخنا وذوي الحق علينا وإلى حضرة النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم الفاتحة أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين